What's up, y'all? In this video, I'm going to be going over the different automations and clay table that I use to craft lead magnets in literal seconds. The output of that is a landing page that's fully customized to the recipient. And so we include a video that's personalized to them. We include a document with free emails, and this is essentially what it looks like. This is the different versions that we've gone with. And I'll be sharing some of my lessons as I've sent 158 lead magnets so far. So let's go ahead and craft one right now. I'll show you what it looks like in action. So let's go ahead and do apollo.io. And then let's run this over here. So the first thing that's going to happen is it's going to create a task for us over here so that we keep track of how well we are progressing through with those. And then we send it over to this clay table. As you could see, it's enriching Apollo. It's getting the Apollo descriptions. It's doing all of this stuff. And then it's going to send it over into this make automation in a second over here. What this make automation is going to do is leverage a tool like Twain to craft the emails, which we then put inside here. And it's also going to craft the landing page and do a whole bunch of other stuff like that, right? And so let's go over this clay table real quick, and then I'll explain the automation afterwards. So what this does is it essentially uses Clayagent and LinkedIn profile enrichments to get the data correct. And so the first part is Clayagent to find the LinkedIn profile from the website. And obviously this is because the only input we have is the website. We want the LinkedIn profile to enrich the LinkedIn company. We also use we double enrich it because we want to enrich it with the website, and we also want to enrich it with the LinkedIn profile because sometimes they have different information. And then secondly, we use Clayagent and the LinkedIn company description and merge them into one output using AI. And so because we have two inputs, we're able to get the most accurate data that we possibly can. And this is not recommended if you're sending thousands upon thousands of emails and you want them all personalized. This is only because we're doing low volume. As you can see, so far today, we've only sent 171 of these. So we don't need to do this that much. Next thing we do is we essentially send it over to this make automation, which, as I did mention, leverages Twain. And so we're using undocumented APIs to log into Twain, craft the emails, and then we are putting them into the document. But prior to putting them into the document, we're also researching the company to find the potential domains that they could purchase. And then we also put those in the document. We generate the sequence with Twain. And then we craft the emails and the document inside Google Docs. So everything is being sent to Google Docs, and then we convert it into a PDF so that it's easily accessible via HubSpot. We upload it as a file, and then after that, we craft a document. And so I'm not actually sure what the difference, like why there's a file and then there's a document, but that's how HubSpot works. So we're actually just crafting a document using the HubSpot files, and we're using undocumented APIs to do this because there's no APIs to do this at the moment. And so we do that, and then we get the document, craft a file link for that, and the link for that document is what we're going to be putting in the landing page. And then from there, we're going to create the page content, publish the landing page, and then edit the task. And so when we go back to this ClickUp task over here, it says successfully created, publish, and share the page. And so something that would have normally taken me, say, an hour, 2 hours to do is done in 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and pull up this Apollo landing page, and let me show you what it looks like from scratch when we get this delivered to us. So we would essentially click this latest comment. It would take us to the Apollo page, and then that's what I'm pulling up right now on the other page. And then this is what it would look like. So we've got it inside HubSpot. This is where we host our website, and it's got the stuff already there. And if we scroll down a little bit, as you can see, it says Apollo .io email templates. Some of the things that are not here right now are the colors. So the accent colors, this is something that I'm considering adding. And I'll actually be sharing that in a second, as it's relevant for the learnings that I've had. And it also doesn't have the video. So this is just a basic VSL. It works. It's perfectly fine. And so we can actually just send it right now if we wanted to. But now that's where the lessons come into play. Because prior to this, we had sent 99 of these. 38% of them had said yes, because it's a pretty nice offer. And then only one of those people booked a call. And so that was obviously pretty bad. And so I was trying to understand what it was. And I made a previous video going over those different lessons and those different implementations. I shared them here. Let me save you guys some time so you don't have to waste your time. One, delivered within 24 to 48 hours. It sounds nice. And the reason I wanted to say that is because I want it to seem legit. If we were actually crafting these emails from scratch, 24 to 48 hours seems perfectly fine. But what I've realized is that if we want to get the highest throughput, make that 24 hours, delivered within 24 hours. And realistically, delivered within a few hours is better. Like, don't even if something I used to do before is I would get a response and then choose deliberately not to respond back to them because I want it to seem legit. I want to give it some time. But nah, if someone says I'm interested, I'm gonna send the emails in 5 minutes. And then this is where these videos come into play, because we're actually able to explain it to them like, hey, I crafted these emails in 5 minutes because this is what I do. This is my job. My job is to craft emails. And so that's the first lesson. You want to be quick with these things. And that's one of the reasons why we were having a drop off. The next one is the 80-20 rule. And this actually seems, from my experience, it seems to be a lot higher than that, like a 95-5 rule, where you're only going to get the results when you're 95% of the way there. Because when you send the document and you send it alone, there's so many objections, so many little things that people are going to nitpick and not book, right? So you want to get through that booking barrier, and to get through that booking barrier, there's like an insane amount of work to do. And I want to showcase that amount of work in just a few examples here. So we've got V1 here. So this is V1 for the sake of this example, but in reality, it's like V6 in my experience, right? Because I started on many different, like just a plain Google Doc, and then I upgraded, and now it's a landing page. Okay, so V1 has this over here where it allows them to go to the website and do research on the company and all of that stuff. I still like that, but there's a problem because it gets them distracted. And it's not, yeah, it gets them distracted. Secondly, we've got another version where we add some personalization elements like the accent colors. And so we've added the accent colors, but then these accent colors are overshadowed by the company colors. So the book call over here, the Afonto over here. And even when we go in the doc, the accent colors are not there. So it's not enough to do it like this. You actually have to go all in. And so we can actually go ahead and remove the header, remove the company logo, remove the book call, and probably, oh yeah, and remove the book call. But now look at this Loom video. It's got these accent colors and the contact us button and all of this because we've actually chosen to embed the Loom video. And by the way, I'm showing these small things, and you might think they're small, and in reality, they are small. But these are like 100 golden BBs that Alex Ramosi talks about. There's no one silver bullet, right? And then we look at this one over here where it's super, super clean. There's no distractions. There's none of that stuff. It's, hey, come here, watch the video, and then go here, watch the templates, and then at the very bottom, there's a CTA to book a call, right? It's hyper personalized. If someone was to look at this versus look at this, it's a completely different experience. Like, actually, just look at this and then look at this, right? Look at how different of an experience that is. Um, and then, secondly, the videos. You want to have scripts for the videos. And so something that I've noticed is that the watch time breaks every time at 32%, 35%, 40%, because that's usually when I'm starting to pitch what I do. And there's different ways that you can maneuver that. And so you want to watch the analytics for the videos. And so having a tool like Loom or Vidyard that allows you to keep track of these analytics is great. And the big message that I'm trying to get across here is 100 golden BBs. If I had known that when I started, maybe I wouldn't have gotten this far with crafting these lead magnets, because it's so much work. But like 38 leads, if we could convert half of those, 25% of those, it's an insane amount of meetings. And the way we do that is just the small tweaks, the small little tweaks. I just showed you guys this over here for Apollo.io, but it's not enough. It's not enough to just mention their name. You have to do something completely different. You have to make it seem like super personalized to them. And so that's it for me. Hope you have a wonderful day. Cheers.